Prayer is power. Prayer is power. What are you going to do? Pray. Pray. Pray.
Welcome everyone to Dr. Pillai's Religion of Religions YouTube channel. Today is Tuesday, September 26th, 2023. We are about to do a live, in-depth planetary puja using the chart of now, based on my current location in the state of New Mexico in the USA. My name is Swamini Valli. I am a Pillai Center teacher and priestess and an AstroVed astrologer, and I'm very happy to be hosting this program Monday through Friday on this channel. Dr. Pillai has said the planets and stars are more than just objects in outer space. There is a divine light being associated with each one of them. In doing this puja, we are connecting with some of these light beings, and we are inviting their positive blessings to flow into us and also into our world. To do the puja, I'm using the South Indian style layout of the chart. I have drawn the chart in chalk on a little blackboard that's laying flat on a side table here. Also, for doing the puja, I have a small container of water, a lit tea light, an incense stick, a bell, a raisin, and a bowl of fresh flower petals. To start, I sprinkle a few drops of water on all four sides of the blackboard chart to symbolically purify the space for where the puja is going to happen. I sprinkle a few drops of water on top of my own head, and I send a few drops of water out into space towards all of you, so that whether you're watching this live or later on a replay, we're all purified going into the puja. We start with invoking Ganesha, the archetype who removes obstacles and also is a patron of astrology. Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang, Om Shring Gang. We ask Ganesha to come and to remove all obstacles from this puja, and I ask him to remove obstacles in the lives of the participants, in the physical, mental, emotional, financial, and spiritual areas of our lives. I ask him to remove obstacles for all of us, now and always. And I thank him for his help with this. Next, we do a short Tamil chant, asking all of the planets to be beneficial towards us. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. Asura Nalla Nalla, Ave Nalla Nalla, Atyar Arvarku Mikave. We ask all of the planets to be beneficial towards us and towards our world. We thank Saint Gnanasamundar for teaching this chant, and we are grateful to Dr. Pillai for sharing it with us. Now, we turn our attention to the time elements, or the time Shaktis, that are active in my local area at the moment. We start with honoring the planet that's ruling the day. Today is Tuesday, which is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now we honor the star that the moon is in. The moment the moon is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Now we honor the Tithi, or the moon phase. The moment we are in the 12th waxing moon, called Dwadasi in Sanskrit. I put the flower petals on the moon. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Om Dwadasi Devye Namaha. Now we honor the planet ruling the hour. In my local area, this is the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now we acknowledge the yoga and the Karen, the time elements. Dr. Pillai has said not to use flower petals, but to say their names in Sanskrit 3 times each. The yoga that's active right now is one called Driti, which has energies of enjoyment. Driti, Driti, Driti. And the Karana that's active right now is one called Balava, which has energies that are spiritual. Balava, Balava, Balava. Now, we turn our attention to the chart of the moment. We start by looking at the sign that is the Ascendant, represented here with the letters AC. This is the sign of Kanya, or Virgo. Dr. Pillai said we start with honoring the planet that rules the Ascendant sign as a gesture to his importance at the moment. Ascendant sign means the sign that's coming up on the eastern horizon in my local area. Kanya, or Virgo, is ruled by Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Om Buddhaheha Namaha. Now, we're going to, starting in the Ascendant, we're going to go around the chart in a clockwise direction, stopping in each sign that has 1 or more planets in it. Today, in the Ascendant sign of Virgo, is the Sun and also Mars. We start with honoring the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. The Sun is in a star called Uttara Phalguni, a star that can give blessings for relationship and also for the ability to keep one's word. I put the flower petals on the Sun. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Uttara Phalgunaye Namaha. Uttara Phalguni star is ruled by Aryaman, an archetype who rules contracts, honor, keeping one's word, integrity. I put the flower petals on the Sun. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Om Aryamanye Namaha. Uttara Phalguni star is ruled by the Sun. I put flower petals on the Sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Next, we honor Mars for being in Virgo. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Mars is in a star called Chitra, a star that can give blessings for creativity and craftsmanship. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Tvashtar, an archetype who is a divine master craftsman. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kanya or Virgo, the most analytical of all the zodiac signs, today containing the sun, which is our soul, and also a planet important for our health and our self-esteem, and Mars, planet of courage and willpower, planet that helps us to take practical action to solve the problems that can be solved. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Tula or Libra, which today contains Ketu. I put flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Ketu is in a star called Chitra, star of creativity and craftsmanship. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Om Chitraye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Tvashtar, archetype who is a divine master craftsman. I put the flower petals on Ketu. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Om Tvashtarye Namaha. Chitra star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Next, we honor Venus, as Venus is the planet that rules Libra. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Tula or Libra, a zodiac sign that can give blessings for balance, fairness, harmony, today containing Ketu, who is sometimes called the saintly planet. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Makara or Capricorn, which today contains Pluto, who is retrograde and extra powerful, and the moon. We start with honoring Pluto. Again, he's retrograde, extra powerful. I put flower petals on Pluto. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Om Krum Kruntankaya Namaha. Pluto is in a star called Uttara Ashada, a star that can give long-lasting blessings for success. I put the flower petals on Pluto. Om Uttarashadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Om Uttarshadaye Namaha. Uttarashada star is ruled by the 10 Visvadevas, 10 archetypes who each embody a unique, divine, universal principle. Sri Aurobindo has said, the sole aim of the Visvadevas is to assist humanity in a great victory over demonic forces, uplifting humanity to a higher consciousness. I put the flower petals on Pluto. We ask for blessings from all 10 of them. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Om Visvadevasye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Uttarashada star, which is the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the moon for being in Capricorn. I put flower petals on the moon. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. The moon is in a star called Dhanishta, a star that can give blessings for prosperity, music, good reputation. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Om Dhanishtaye Namaha. Dhanishta's star is ruled by the 8 Vasus, 8 light beings who each rule a different sphere of existence. You often sometimes see pictures of them. They're presented as holding hands in a circle. We ask for blessings from all 8 of them. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Om Vasusye Namaha. Dhanishta's star is ruled by Mars. I put flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Capricorn, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Makara, or Capricorn, a zodiac sign that can give blessings to activate ancient past life skills and abilities. Today containing Pluto, a planet that can help with rationality and science, a planet that can help with new discoveries and path-breaking inventions, and the moon, which is our mind and our emotions, a planet that can help us to be receptive to light. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi, or sign with the planet in it, is Kumbha, or Aquarius, which today contains Saturn, who is retrograde and extra powerful. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Saturn is in a star called Satyabhisha, a star that can give blessings for healing and also for giving interest in esoteric subjects. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Om Satyabhishaye Namaha. Satyabhisha's star is ruled by Varuna, archetype associated with the rain and the oceans. I put the flower petals on Saturn. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Om Varunaye Namaha. Satyabisha star is ruled by Rahu. I put flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Aquarius, which is Saturn. I put flower petals on Saturn. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. Om Sanisharaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Kumbha, or Aquarius, the most humanitarian of all the zodiac signs, today containing Saturn, planet that helps to give patience, compassion, structure, and perseverance. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Meena, or Pisces, which today contains Neptune, who is also retrograde and extra powerful. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Om Vam Varunaye Namaha. Neptune is in a star called Purvabhadrapada, a star that Dr. Pillai says can give blessings to help us towards enlightenment, charity, purification. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Om Purvabhadrapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Aja Ekapada, archetype who can help us to experience deeper levels of stillness and forgiveness. I put the flower petals on Neptune. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Om Aja Ekapadaye Namaha. Purvabhadrapada star is ruled by Jupiter. I put flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Pisces, which is Jupiter. I put more flower petals on Jupiter. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries, a fire sign with very active energies, today containing Rahu, planet that can help us to think outside the box, and Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spirituality, a planet that can help with expansion of wealth, and that helps with everything related to banking or legal matters. And Uranus, a planet that we haven't honored all of them yet. We've just started with honoring. There's also Uranus is in this sign as well, and he's retrograde and extra powerful. I'm starting with honoring Rahu. All three of them are in separate stars. I start with Rahu and put flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu is in a star called Ashwini. Did we pause for a moment and reflect on Pisces? I think I'm skipping steps here. We're going to pause for a moment and reflect on Pisces, the most transcendental of all the signs, today containing Neptune, planet that helps with our intuition and our ability to understand our own inner life. Dr. Pillai says this planet can also give material success and good reputation. We're going to pause for a moment and reflect on that. Now we're going to go over to Mesha or Aries, and we're going to look at the planets that are in this sign. Rahu, Jupiter, who is retrograde and extra powerful, and Uranus, who is retrograde and extra powerful. Getting me grounded again. Rahu, we start with Rahu. I put flower petals on him. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Om Rahave Namaha. Rahu is in a star called Ashwini, a star that gives blessings for speed and for healing. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Rahave, Om Ashwini He Namaha. Om Ashwini He Namaha. Om Ashwini He Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by the Ashwini Kumars, horse-headed twins who have tremendous healing energies and are sometimes called the physicians to the gods. I put the flower petals on Rahu. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Om Ashwini Kumarsye Namaha. Ashwini star is ruled by Ketu. I put flower petals on Ketu. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Om Ketave Namaha. Now we honor Jupiter, who is retrograde, extra powerful. I put flower petals on Jupiter on the blackboard chart. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Om Gurave Namaha. Jupiter is in a star called Bharani, a star that has a tremendous amount of divine feminine Shakti or power. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Om Bharani Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Yama, an archetype of justice. I put the flower petals on Jupiter. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Om Yamaye Namaha. Bharani star is ruled by Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor Uranus for being in Aries. Uranus is retrograde, extra powerful. I put flower petals on him on the blackboard chart. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Om Hram Prajapataye Namaha. Uranus is in a star called Kritika, a star that can give blessings for truth. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Om Kritikaye Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by Agni, archetype associated with the fire element, and also an archetype who can give blessings for positive transformation and purification. I put the flower petals on Uranus. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Om Agnihe Namaha. Kritika star is ruled by the sun. I put flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Aries, a fire sign, and a sign that has very active energies. I put the flower petals on Mars. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. Om Mangalaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Misha, or Aries. The zodiac sign that is a fire sign has very active energy, today containing Rahu, planet that helps us to think outside the box. Jupiter, planet that helps with everything related to spirituality. And Uranus, a planet that helps with success in life, higher intelligence, and astrology. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with the planet in it is Karkataka, or Cancer, which today contains Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Venus is in a star called Aslesha, a star that can give blessings for mystical power. I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Om Asleshaye Namaha. Aslesha's star is ruled by the Nagas, ancient light beings who know secrets about cycles of time and have great wisdom. We ask for their blessings, and I put the flower petals on Venus. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Om Nagasye Namaha. Aslesha's star is ruled by Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is the moon. I put flower petals on him. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. Om Chandraya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on the zodiac sign of Cancer, the most emotionally sensitive of all the zodiac signs, today containing Venus, planet of love and beauty, planet of joy, planet of the arts, and planet that helps us to enjoy material plane comforts. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. The next Rasi or sign with a planet in it is Simha, or Leo, which today contains Mercury. I put flower petals on Mercury. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Om Buddhaya Namaha. Mercury is in a star called Purva Phalguni, a star that can give blessings for relationship and also blessings for rest and relaxation. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Om Purva Phalgunaye Namaha. Purva Phalguni's star is ruled by Bhagya, an archetype who can give blessings for good fortune. I put the flower petals on Mercury. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Om Bhagyaye Namaha. Now, we honor the planet that rules Purva Phalguni's star, which is Venus. I put flower petals on Venus. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Om Shukraya Namaha. Now we honor the planet that rules Leo, which is the sun. I put the flower petals on the sun. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. We pause for a moment and reflect on Simha or Leo, a zodiac sign that can give blessings for leadership and power, today containing Mercury, planet of communication and business, planet that helps us to do pattern recognition, and also a planet that helps with our sense of humor. We pause for a moment and reflect on this. Now, I take a lit tea light and I hold it in the right hand. I hold it above the blackboard that has the chart drawn in chalk and the many piles of flower petals. And in the air, I circle the tea light around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction, offering the element of light to all these divine beings that we have just invoked. Next, I take a lit incense stick to offer the air element and also a sweet fragrance, and I circle this around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. Now, I take a bell to offer the element of sound. Next, I take a raisin, a small fruit representing the earth element, and I circle this around the chart 3 times in a clockwise direction. And later in the day, I will eat that raisin as a piece of prasad or blessed food. Right now, I make prayer hands, and I make sincere prayer to all of these divine beings that we have just invoked, asking each one of them to send positive blessings into the lives of all of us and also into the lives of our families, our friends, our neighbors, our colleagues, our homes, our workplaces, our schools, our communities, our countries, and indeed the entire world. May everyone on this planet have healthy food to eat, clean water to drink, clean air to breathe, a safe place to live, good clothes to wear, access to health care, good education, sustainable jobs, and may everyone on this planet have love in their life, now and always. I pray for enlightened leaders, enlightened citizens, enlightened laws, enlightened countries, and entire enlightened civilizations. I ask for blessings for all of my teachers, past, present, and to come. And I ask for blessings for all of my students, past, present, and to come. And I make a bow. You can continue to make your own prayers in silence for a minute, and then we will do short Q&A. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Peace to the body, peace to the mind, peace to the soul, peace to the environment. Peace, peace, peace. May we all go about our day or our evening in peace. Thank you all very much for being here. I truly appreciate your participation and support in this little prayer circle. I see that Evelyn has asked a question in the chat. She wants to know why in Virgo we chanted that Chitra is ruled by Tvashtar. I put the spelling in the chat. Tvashtar is the ruler of Chitra star as the archetype ruler. Each star has both an archetype ruler and a planetary ruler. And some of the stars have span across the boundaries of more than one sign. So for example, Chitra star spans across part of Virgo and also part of Libra. And we had a planet today. Mars himself was in Chitra star. He was in a star that he rules. We honor Chitra star there. And then Ketu over in Libra is also in Chitra star, and we honored the star there. And again, Mars is the planetary ruler of Chitra star. So when we go around and we're honoring each planet, we honor the planet, then we honor the star that planet is in. We honor the archetype that rules that star. We honor the planet that rules that star. These were the directions that were given to me and Raja Malloy many years ago when Babaji taught us this particular form of puja. So this is why we say Chitra is connected to Mars, because Mars is the planetary ruler of Chitra. And Tvashtar, an archetype, a master craftsman, is also connected to Chitra star. And Chitra star is part of Chitra star is in one sign and part of it is in another sign. And today we happen to have planets that were on each side of the Chitra star, so we honored it twice with different planets that were in it. So I hope that clarifies it for you. I hope I didn't just complicate it for you even more. But that was what that was about. So that's why it is. Okay? I hope that's helpful. It's a good question. It's a very common question of why we have sometimes a star that's coming up in two different signs, because each of the signs has, you can sort of think of it as 2.5 stars in it. They have 2 stars that are completely in it, and they have 1 star that's spanning part of that sign, and it's also partway in another sign. There's 27 stars and 12 signs, and that's how it splits out. Okay. Okay, not seeing any other questions in the chat today, so I want to be respectful to your time. Although it is 12th moon right now, later in the day here in North America is going to become the 13th waxing moon, which will make it pradosham in the afternoon here in North America. And so that's a good time in that hour and a half before sunset, when it's a 13th moon, to do some karma removal exercises like chanting Tirunelakantam, or cutting lemons, or pouring milk over a lingam, that type of thing. And because it's pradosham on a Tuesday, it's an especially good pradosham to ask for removal of karma that's associated with debts, DEBTS. It's Runa Vimochana Pradosham, and it's a time when we can especially dissolve karma associated with debts of all kinds. Evelyn is saying, when we have time, other day, can you tell the difference between an archetype and a planetary ruler? An archetype is like a divine being, a light being. And the planetary rulers are the planets. The 9 planets, the Navagrahas, each rule 3 stars. Right now we don't know about Pluto or Uranus or Neptune, if they rule any stars. But the other 9 planets each rule 3 stars. And so that's the planetary ruler for a star. The archetypes are light beings who are not planets, but they're different light beings that rule each of the different stars. And those are 27 different archetypes. Well, more, because some of the for example, some of the stars have like a more than one archetype ruling them. Like Uttarashada star has 10 archetypes. The Visvadevas, Dhanishta star had 8 Vasus, and Vishaka star has a pair of archetypes. So actually, there's more than 27 archetypes involved. But I'll try to create a list of them on the club.astroved.com site at some point, so you can see the stars, their planetary ruler, and their archetype ruler in a kind of a table. I'll try to do that for you at some point. Okay, I hope that's helpful. All right, I want to be respectful to your time here and go ahead and close out for today. Again, thank you very much to everyone who clicks on the like button, as it does help the channel to grow, and those of you that subscribe to the channel as well. Namaste. The light in me truly honors the light in all of you. May light encompass all. I'll see you tomorrow.